Happy Halloween, everyone, and welcome to my top 10 list. This time, I'm going to be talking about 10 moments in video games that I found especially creepy. Now, you're not going to find any new horror genre games or anything like that on this list because it's just not something that interests me, nor will I think it ever will. But I got to thinking about games that I grew up with. I remember playing games that had moments in them that maybe weren't supposed to be creepy or scary, but they definitely had that effect. So I thought I'd go back and revisit some of them. And I picked out 10 of them that still kind of give me the heebie-jeebies or maybe flat out even scare me to this day. So without further ado, I'd like to share these with you guys, and I hope you enjoy. So I have to admit I had a hard time deciding whether or not this one should be on the list, but ultimately I did for this one reason. If I'm going to be playing through this game, jumping on exploding turtles and avoiding other enemies that didn't make a big enough impression to end up in any other Mario game after this, can you please tell me why the princess's face looks like this? That is a mustache. That is definitely a mustache. I don't care what you say, it's a mustache and it creeps me out. I don't think Mario agreed to do this based on the sole fact that he was going to be saving this sideshow circus freak, the bearded lady. Seriously? What the hell, Nintendo? I've always liked minecart levels in games, but this one, it always had a weird impact on me as a kid because you're followed by this giant skeleton. Now, I have to admit there's really nothing about him visually that is scary, but if you screw up and grab too many minus barrels, you get one too many of them, your monkeys are gonna die, and then you're gonna hear this. Yeah, that's real nice. Thanks, Nintendo, for the nightmare fuel. Serena Beach. It just is such a great looking place. There's always a nice sunset and it just looks beautiful. Not to mention that the whole area is based around mystery. But the first mission, I have to admit, kind of creeped me out. And I guess I can't really say why. It's not necessarily scary, but when these manta rays start storming the beach, it kind of is creepy. I'm not gonna lie. Not to mention the fact that the panic that ensues when you start trying to attack the manta rays and they start multiplying and multiplying and multiplying and multiplying, and then you just gotta keep spraying water and spraying water. And I mean, the manta rays aren't hard to defeat by any means, but the first time you encounter them, it's gonna take a while and it can be frustrating, but just how slowly they move in, it just, I don't know, it just always gave me the heebie-jeebies as a kid. The world of Yoshi's Island, I have to admit, is pretty cute and cuddly for the most part. I mean, even look at Yoshi. He's adorable. But there is one part of this game that is less than cute, I guess you could say. The lungefish. Now, I have to admit there's really nothing about this enemy's appearance that is creepy, but just the fact that it always felt like he was watching you, waiting to devour you. I mean, I don't know what it is. It just always felt like you were running for your life, which I guess is the purpose of the enemy, but I just don't like the lunchfish for the same reasons that I don't like Big Bertha and Super Mario Bros. 3. They're just bleh. Dreamland has always been portrayed as a very fun-loving place, whether it was by its art style or the characters and enemies that appeared in the games. But in a few Kirby games, and Kirby's Dream Land 3 in general, there's an enemy called the Dark Matter that are the exact opposite of friendly and fun-loving, in my opinion. Dark Matter seems so ominous to be in a Kirby game, and I guess that's why it sticks out to me. I don't really know what to think of this enemy, and I never did as a kid either. The effects that they have on the boss characters, especially DDD, are slightly disturbing, and when you get into the final battle with it, I don't even know how to describe it. It's such a strange boss battle. You're fighting this black cloud, and then all of a sudden it turns into a giant eyeball that shoots blood stuff at you. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. It's just creepy, not only for video game in general, but a Kirby game. You just don't expect to see this in a Kirby game. But I don't know. It just always stuck out to me as being very creepy. Oh look, it's a little piano. I think I'll sit down and play a little bit of a song. Holy shit! Alright, so I have to admit it is hard to be surprised by this today, just because I know it's coming, but this was definitely a scare that made me jump right out of my seat the first time I encountered it. You're just trying to get behind it, trying to grab a red coin, and then the thing tries to eat you alive. I don't know. I mean, it fits really well in Boo's Mansion, and I really like the enemy because you just don't expect it, but holy crap. Talk about having to change your pants after encountering this guy for the first time. So Zombies Ate My Neighbors is probably one of my most favorite games on the Super Nintendo ever, and of course it fits on this list for so many reasons. I mean, it is kind of a Halloween-themed game in my opinion. But there, of course, are a lot of enemies in this game that are supposed to try to scare you, and I have to admit there was one that got the job done. And no, it wasn't zombies, it wasn't werewolves, it wasn't mummies, it was the axe-throwing little bastards that jump out of the walls. They show up in the warehouse and grocery store levels, and they freak me out for so many reasons. You get up close to a little box that looks like it's holding a little doll on the wall, and this happens. Now, there are so many reasons why this is disturbing to me, and especially when you're a 10-year-old kid playing this. The fact that they make that weird sound when they jump up, they wield axes, and they don't die. Once you get them what you think is dead, they turn into these little moving flame balls, and they follow you around, and it's creepy. It's just creepy. Good work, guys. Konami, you freaked me out. So The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask overall is kind of a creepy game. I mean, I'll admit it, there's quite a few things in there that just kind of give me the heebie-jeebies. And no, I'm not talking about the creepypasta. That is actually not scary at all. But the thing that I have to say sticks out to me more than anything else was the little transitions the game would go through, the cutscenes, if you will, when you'd change masks to turn into the Goron, the Zora, and the Deku Kid. I can't figure out why they thought this was a good idea. I mean, just watch this. It's like, you can't expect me to think that little 5-year-old kids that see this wouldn't have nightmares. I mean, it's just disturbing in so many different ways. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just my own personal opinion. Well, it is my own personal opinion. But I don't know. It just kind of creeps me out. You guys knew the hidden messages in Sonic CD would be on this list somewhere. So, in the Sonic Gems collection on GameCube version anyways, at the very beginning, when press start is flashing, if you quickly input down, 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 left, right, A, and then press A again, a sound test will appear. Now, when you're in the sound test, you can go through and listen to all the different sound effects and music clips. But if you put in 12 where the PM is at and 25 where the DA is at, this will happen. Now, I know that there's a lot of people out on the internet that just claim that this is absolutely terrifying. This is just bone-chillingly scary. Well, no, I won't say that, but it is kind of disturbing. I mean, look at Sonic's face. Why? Why? Why do we do this? Why is this on his face? It's just kind of creepy. Not to mention that the boss music in this great game was kind of weird to begin with. It always gave me the creeps, but paired with this picture, yeah, I have to admit I'm getting the heebie-jeebies. But hey, don't worry, the text says something really friendly. And you know something else? I'm seeing a connection here. Ah, bold move, Sega. Bold move. This one deserves the #1 spot because it is hands down the creepiest thing I've ever experienced in a video game. The first time I experienced this was when I was about 8 years old. And granted, it's not nearly as terrifying for me now, but trust me, it still makes my heart race. And I bet it might make your heart race. It's a little different though when you don't have the controller in your hand and you're not playing it. So I recommend that you give this game a playthrough after you watch this. But without further ado, I'm going to show you clips from this. And I'm not going to have any commentary behind it because I feel like I can't have commentary behind this because the video will have another 5 to 7 minutes on it if I do. So whether this is a good decision or not, I'm going to have this at #1. It's just clips of footage from the final battle with Gygus from Earthbound. Enjoy. Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching this top 10. I'll try to make this as quick as possible because I know number 1 was a long clip, but I really wanted to show that to you guys. I hope that it was as horrifying as I thought it was. Anyways, thanks for watching this. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, and if you want to subscribe to this channel to see more videos like this or any other content that's on my channel, hit the subscribe button now. Up on the screen I've got 2 videos. On the left I have my very first gaming review on Pat Guy Games, and on the right is another installment in the Game Genie guessing series where Miles and I play through a game using Game Genie codes that he randomly punches in. It's a good time, so kind of like a Let's Play if you like those. Other than that, guys, thanks again so much for watching. Have a happy Halloween, be safe this weekend, and enjoy yourselves. Anyways, guys, stay tuned till the next video.